Attention, we are being followed. Shall I dispatch the welcoming drones?
I appreciate that. He said I'm here for beefy updates. Nice. Let me know if you guys can hear me. This is a mic check. Beefy. Alright, welcome guys. Crypto Space Commanders stream number 2. Alright, it's just about 3 o'clock, so we're gonna get started right now. So, to start things off, before we move over, let's open up the giveaway throughout the whole stream so that you guys can enter, have plenty of time to enter. What's up, Townie? I'm gonna open that up right now. So, there it is. Throughout the stream, if you're new, you'll see reminders to enter the giveaway. We'll have a giveaway section later where we'll spin a prize for you guys. So make sure you push !join to enter that giveaway. And let's start the show. Nice. All right, welcome everybody. Let me do some shout outs. Who do we have in chat today? Welcome, this is Bitcoin Louie, community manager of Lucid Site, and we got some stuff for you today. Crypto Space Commanders content. Let's go. Juggernaut, welcome man. Vector, I know you. Nelv Zero, welcome. Vaughn Proton, Captain Nopaz, Allegra Major, welcome. Make sure you guys are in that giveaway. The drawings are going to be open, so you've got plenty of time. Yo, yo, yo. So, a couple of discussion items today. I'm going to go over the latest dev blog with you guys. I'm going to show off some hero art. We have Fosri, who's going to come on in just a minute. And kind of a surprise, some surprise content for you, so stay tuned. Let's get this going. So on the latest dev blog, we went over discovery, and we went over some of the tools for discovery like scanning, arc scanners, directional scanners, omnidirectional pulse scanners. There's a couple of clips if you guys haven't seen. What? Yeah, surprise content. If you haven't seen this blog, let's post it up in chat so you guys can check that out. Lots of good videos demonstrating what's discussed here. Spectral frequencies, IGSRV, what's up man? Or woman. explorations discussed here. And there wasn't even something that surprised me at the end of this blog too. At the end of this video, he goes and checks out some items. It's right here. There was a very surprising, surprise to me, item inside of this loot box. So I'll leave that be for you guys to check out in the blog. Wanted to highlight some of the hero art. Was recently posted inside of the Discord general chat, so go ahead and check that out. I'll leave this up for now. Oh,
Intruders detected.
Coalition Gaming Crew. Appreciate the host. So without further ado, we're gonna bring in Fosri. Hey Fosri, welcome to the stream again. You might be muted. I'll give him a second to prep. What's up, Coalition Gaming Crew? Jess from LS. Oh, I like that name. I like that name. Alright, we'll give him a second to head on in.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that.
Hey, no worries. What's up, man?
Nothing much. Nice seeing you again.
Good to see you too.
It's not like we see each other every day.
So, I see some props already for the artwork. I've got the big spaceship names and size reference sheet up right now. Oh, you could see.
Yeah. Some updates to this. I'm just going to point out, like, the Vulcan Packer is actually a Prometheus size. Much bigger than, almost as big as the Vulcan Harvester.
Oh,
definitely larger than a Voyager there.
This one's gonna be
And actually, just to like one announcement we'll make in upcoming blog post and some future updates here is we actually decided to add 2 other ship corporations, and we're actually moving the Nomads, which were currently under the Vulcan brand. They'll be actually getting their own brand of their own Starship brand company, mainly because they have a very unique, distinct look, and we have other ships that are going to match that look that we didn't want to mix into the Vulcan style.
Gotcha.
So be prepared for some more exciting stuff coming along those lines. But I'll let you continue, Bitcoin, and let me know when you want to get into this.
Sure. No, I think I covered everything. I showed off the hero art. We went over the blog a little bit. I'll give some shout outs to some of our trivia winners in Discord. So we had Freak, and we had Double Jump, and I know we had a third winner. I'm sorry I'm leaving you out right now, but it was fun playing the mini games with you guys in the community. I hope you guys will come around and play with us. We also just enabled the giveaway bot so that we could start getting the LS points out on a daily basis. So just come on into the games event channel, click the emoji, and you're entered for that day. So that's all I had to announce.
All right, well, why don't we get into the good stuff?
The mic changed, by the way.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Sure.
Let me.
And chat, let me know if you guys can hear us all right. If I need to turn
Is that
down
better?
the music. Oh yeah, much better.
Okay, good. Sorry, I just put on a headset. So. There we go, much better. So I thought, let's go. Why don't we go ahead and get into the good stuff?
Sure.
Launch your client.
All right, you heard it first, guys. We have a demo, Dev Alpha. Let's get that started. Let's bring this on in. All right, so it's got its own music, so let's turn that up. Oh, this is exciting. Let's turn this up.
A work in progress music, but yes.
All right, how's that sound to you guys? Okay, we'll let that be. Oh yeah.
Well, I see you over there.
So we actually have Fosri in game with us, so I believe that's him coming right now.
Yeah, there I am. Hey, nice seeing you in the Etherverse here.
Got more volume. Okay, I'll turn it up.
So I just wanted to point out a couple things here. So Bitcoin right now is flying in the Vulcan Nomad. It's a Vulcan Voyager. And if you notice, it actually has gotten a paint job. We've been going through a lot of the ships in the game and going through the corporations themselves and making sure the ships reflect the stylistic intent of the main corporation. So this ship in earlier videos you might have seen didn't have a lot of yellow, and yellow seems to be a primary color that we're using for the Vulcan Corporation. So we went back through and added that. Now, the ship I'm in is actually a new ship coming to the CSE universe. This is part of the Phoenix Corporation. You can tell by its red and white color scheme. It's called the Firecat. It's actually going to be one of the next ships we have available for sale this month. It and its bigger brother, which I'm going to have two of our engineers, or at least one of our engineers, fly another ship in. We'll see it in a second here, but the Phoenix Firecat's a mining-based Phoenix ship. So far, Phoenix ships have been primary transportation. Well, this is Phoenix's step to endeavor into the mining world that Vulcan has been mostly monopolizing. So Phoenix ends up creating two new ships, one a Corsair size, as you're seeing here, and Phoenix also creates a Prometheus-sized mining vessel designed specifically for ice mining. And that will be flying in here. Actually, why don't we go meet him?
Okay.
Follow me, Bitcoin?
Yeah.
So right here, you're seeing the Night Saber. The Night Saber is the mass production version of the Phoenix ice mining ship. It has a lot of similarities to the Firecat, but it has this very neat class-specific mining laser turret on top of it. It's not going to outperform a Vulcan Harvester by any means at traditional mining and ore mining, but ice mining is where it does have the benefit.
Oh, nice. Let me do
That's a sharp turn. So glad we don't have collision in this game.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pan the laser.
It's pretty nice. So while you guys are taking a look at the ship, I just wanted to talk a little bit about changes and updates that we made to the game. So shout out to Coco Whale. He actually pointed this out from my blog post in the chat. Yes, the camera angle in the game is much different from what we had in pre-alpha.
Yeah.
You can now go actually a little bit below the ship and all the way back on top of the ship. And this was actually a substantial change in a lot of what we've spent time on the last few months to make possible. Before, if those who participated in our pre-alpha, I think someone's saying to reduce the music.
Lowering it right now.
Before if you participate in our pre-alpha, you would have noticed that the camera was very limiting and fixed. And that was partly to help us manage rendering distances and performance. Now we don't have that limitation anymore. If Bitcoin, if you go flat with your ship and just kind of pan around, you'll notice we're in a pretty dense asteroid field. There's about 3,500 asteroids within range, and they go out quite far. Now we're able to do this and be very performant in how we do this by completely restructuring our rendering pipeline. And this gives for a much vaster, more space-like experience. This was a significant change. Oh, and we got our other ship in here. This is actually our first fleet variant of the ship. I'm just going to take a break here and point it out. This is the Frost Saber. We have Frost Saber and Night Saber. It's a darker skin tone, color scheme for the ship itself. It has a couple module benefits that we'll itemize when we actually list the ship. But it's following our pattern, we have both a mass production and a rare, unique version of the ship. So back to what we were saying about the rendering pipeline and what we've updated in the game. Basically, a lot of that time is made to make this world a lot faster. If you can, Bitcoin, go ahead and zoom out so people can kind of see how far back you can get. So you can zoom out quite a bit now, and you can see the ships compared to scale. Oh shit, I probably had someone else flying here in a Reaper Interceptor just so you can kind of get an idea of the scale here. But this is one belt right now, and we're in the Sol system. You can see Venus in the background over there if you want to pan the camera. Keep going, keep going. It's on the other side of you. past the sun. There we go. So we got Venus in the background. There's actually a station by Venus that you can actually dock your ship at now. So we have the ability to dock ships. There's an in-station marketplace. A lot of these features we're hoping to get into our Q4 release. So we're still on track for before the end of the year to release a build. It's going to be a little tight, and we're probably going to want to put a little bit more polish into it. But right now, our tentative goal is the 19th, shooting for the 14th, and probably no later than the 21st. A lot of the features we're currently showing to you right now are kind of advanced. They're probably going to be in our 0.6, 0.7, but definitely for this 0.5, you're going to be able to do a little bit of exploration. You'll have some belts you could go into. You could do some mining. Actually, why don't you demo mining?
All right, sweet. Let's go over here.
And multi-targeting. So for those who, again, played the pre-alpha, you'll notice the control scheme has changed a bit. You can click to go to a specific location and click and drag from your ship to go into a direction. We find that a very more intuitive control instead of having to toggle on the UI or the keyboard to get from one thing to another. We also finally introduced multi-targeting. So, and he's going to go right into it. You're going to go right into it.
Oops.
Evasive maneuvers. Evasive maneuvers. No.
Back up, and we're in.
Yeah. Nice. This is a good hiding space. We're still working in collision avoidance, but that's as with our last builds, you can't really crash your ship.
Okay. I believe I have 2 items selected.
So once you zoom out so they can see the targeting there. So you can see each item he has targeted has a little reticle on it. The one that he has locked into actually gets crosshairs. He could switch between those by clicking on their icon in the UI. Or you could actually use the brackets on the keyboard to alternate between first and last.
Nice.
And then each weapon can be independently targeted. So go ahead and click on one, and click on one of your mining lasers. And click on another one, and click on a different laser.
Wow.
So you can mine multiple items at the same time. Now, your targeting limit is actually set by the number of hard points the ship has. So even if you only have one turret, if your ship has 7 hard points, you can have 7 targeting locks. This could also be augmented by some modules.
Sounds awesome.
A lot of the sound and the music you guys are hearing, all placeholder. We have more polished versions of that stuff coming.
I love that I can zoom in and hear it louder and louder.
Yeah, we do use spatial sound. I think I could go across your mining laser and it will hit me right now. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
I turned it off, my bad.
Oh, no worries.
Turning back on.
And look, at this entire time while we're talking, we still have our other 2 engineers here in the ship, so we have a pretty robust and working multiplayer system. There's still some bugs to work out, and it's not going to work 100%, especially in these early alphas, but you will be able to fly around and see other players. Now, this being available in the 0.5 is still up for question. It's something we're stretching towards and seeing if we can. But at the minimum, 0.5 will let you explore in a solo way in the solar system. And I think that was basically what I kind of wanted to cover. I kind of wanted to show the targeting system, the new ships that we have coming out, how interaction works, how the new control scheme works. There's a lot more in the UI that we're not showing right here that we kind of unveil for release of the build. We've revamped power management quite a bit. You'll see it when you're actually equipping your ships. You kind of have to balance energy rate, consumption amounts, and it feels a lot more natural. And there's a better indicator for how much power you're using and how much power you left right now. But that's basically all I got. Any questions you have, or any questions community have here?
Hey chat, let me know if you guys have any questions that we can answer, and if you want me to demonstrate anything. Let me follow you real quick. You mentioned ice mining earlier. Is there something that differentiates this from regular mining?
It's actually just a different ore type. So right now the rocks around us are basically standard ore rocks. They could have trilite, they could have pretty much anything in it. They could even have ice. But there will be some fields that will have a bluer rock, a little bit translucent. These will be ice fields. As we mentioned in one of our earlier streams and blog posts about the colonization aspect of CSE, a big part of that's going to be supplying water. Water could also produce hydrogen, which is one of the craftable gases, or gases you need for crafting in the game. So there will be a consistent supply of water needed. Your primary place to find it's going to be ice. So we see as ice mining kind of being a vertical of the overall experience.
I like this joke from Vector. In space, someone can hear you mine.
Yes. Yeah, another thing to point out is, we're trying to keep the game a lot more fun and playable. I'm a big fan of the space game genre, and one thing, having realistic scale is kind of cool and epic, but at the same time, it's a lot of boring flight between nothing. And there will be a lot of boring flight in this game, don't get me wrong. We have large interstellar distances you travel, but in system, we actually have a different scaling. You'll actually notice if you're looking at the UI, at the top where it says Sol System, you see GUX and GUZ. So we actually measure everything in the game in galactic units. Galactic units is a made-up scaling system that we came up with just to make things seem a little bit more reasonable. When your speed, as you see in the speed UI indicator, is done in microgalactic units. So one galactic unit is 50 microgalactic. If you start going at a higher speed, eventually we start showing speed as a fraction of the speed of light or a factor of the speed of light. Or, whoo, someone just flew right by us. Did you see that?
What? I missed it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, your camera wasn't pointing the right way. I think Jose just flew by in Slipstream.
Wait, let's try that. Let me try Slipstream. I gotta be careful.
Yeah. All right. Go for it.
Let's say
see if I can follow you in Slipstream. So tell me. Oh, I see you engaged. Oh, coming after you.
Oh. All right.
Oh no. Oh, that's okay.
Oh, that's fast. Watch, I'm gonna slipstream back to the space wheel.
Okay. Whew, everyone's slipstreaming through this asteroid belt right now. Oh, just saw me go by. So another nice thing about this is Slipstream will actually take you faster than C, or faster than light speed. And we worked really hard to make sure the player was still visible, and that creates a lot of interesting options like disrupting Slipstream or catching a player trying to escape. We definitely wanted to make sure that was part of the game, and you'll see that when you're actually playing. Obviously, we have FTL, so we're going to try something.
Okay.
All right? We're going to try something we didn't practice before the stream, and I actually don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to see. Nope. Actually, I don't think it's going to work. I think we just broke something. At least on my end, something broke. I'm going to have to pop out here.
No. Let's see, who do we have with us still?
I'll come back in here.
Okay.
You see anyone around you? Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I
think
saw
that's Air.
someone coming in
That's-
and out.
Oop, yeah. I think, yeah. You might want to pop out of your client, pop back in. Some glitch just happened.
Okay. We'll do a quick reset.
Someone's asking, is this platform agnostic? For the most part, we're primarily building it for Mac and PC. Potentially Linux build, but that'll be down the road. Even though we are using Unity, there's a lot of specific shader work that we're doing that's going to require some type of cross-platform porting. So for sure, like we supported in the past, Mac will exist. Question mark on anything else?
Oh, there's a lot of good questions. Let me see.
Yes, you can have some Mac love. I'm reading from the Twitch chat. Any other questions?
That was my bad. I clipped the top part when we were talking about the galactic units in Sol System. So this is what he was talking about. That was my fault.
There we go.
Oh, let's leave it like that then.
Cool. Any other questions? Let me see if I could hop into the question chat. Are there questions in general, or?
Let me see. I had flashing red on my bottom right UI. Was I using too much power?
Yeah, that was too much power is being used. There's another indicator that we actually don't have in your build that shows you like your power utilization.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you're probably overpowering your ship.
Oh, I see a small ship.
Oh, yeah, there's a Reaper Interceptor. So let's go take a look at this guy.
Look at that tiny guy.
Definitely a smaller ship, but you know what? It's one of the few ships that can actually navigate the denser part of this belt. Actually, why don't we all fly over to the denser part of this belt so we can take a look? Let's go back this way. So head towards the sun. Everyone fly towards the sun.
To the sun?
Yeah. There should be a dense patch of the belt right there, so we can kind of see the difference of actually flying. And right now we're in a pretty open area of the belt. I'm just gonna kick up my speed a bit and see if I'll beat you guys
Such a
there.
small baby.
It's a fast one though. It should actually be able to outrun me. If I wasn't in a dev ship that I'm cheating myself with. Oh wow, everyone just slipstreamed there, okay. So I'll catch up with you
Oh, I'm
guys.
staring into the light.
Hey, don't go all the way to the sun.
What? Okay.
There. So if you come here, out right at the edge of the belt, you'll see a very dense field. It's a lot harder for even the Corsair-sized ships to navigate certain parts of this. And this is where Reaper-sized ships, or sorry, Intrepid-sized ships really come into play. We always wanted to have a balance in the universe. It's not all about flying into big ships. Smaller ships do have function and utilization, and I think are going to be very important to the overall economy and discovery of the game. While the bigger ships are fun to fly, they're slower, more cumbersome, and a little bit more frustrating to fly.
Am I next to you right now, or is this someone else?
No, that's someone else. You're next to that's the Night Saber.
Lightsaber.
I'm coming right next to you guys.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna have to restart my client too here. I'll pop right back in.
Thanks for the follow. Fall reload.
Ooh, you follow. Let's go back on. Any other questions?
Yeah. No, I'm just loving flying around myself right now. This is just so fun to get hands on with. Guys, go ahead and ask questions. This is your time. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brian, man. Sure needs some rad sounds, huh? Brian, welcome to the stream. They're laughing at me because Slipstream makes me kind of go crazy.
Does make you go fast. All right. Well, I mean, that's basically for my part of the stream here today. Anything else you want me to cover, Bitcoin, before I take off?
Any? I think
I'll hang
that's
around until we're
about
done
it.
with the
Yeah.
stream. But
Okay.
I'm done with my talk.
Oh, for sure.
Last update. So we have a blog post due to come out today, but will probably slip till Monday. Just a little bit more work we need to do on it, and we have some build issues we're tackling today, but thought we'd share that with you. But Monday, end of day, expect the next updated blog post. I'll post the topics on that as well. But if there's anything you're super interested in reading about, I know a lot of people have been talking about farming. Farming is a huge aspect of the game, kind of parallel to mining, but it'll be interesting. Definitely can't wait to share some details on it.
Sure. Are you gonna hang out in chat?
Yeah, I'll hang out. I'll hang out in voice chat here.
Sweet. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, my only question was, excited to see the next blog, and I appreciate you letting me get hands-on with this, and hope to do this again soon. Let me take some requests from chat on what to do. Let's see, Vector says, I love the upgraded waypoint marker. Is there a difference between when it shows the pillar and when it's just the hex marker? In this setup we're seeing now, in this setup, instead of on? I think I missed the question there. How do I scan for ships?
So scanning for ships happens in the radar indicator at the top. Right now we just have this block of red that represents a ship. But this visible area, you will be able to zoom and zoom. We'll have a maximum and a minimum zoom that's based on your actual ship stats. So if your ship has a large scanning radius, you're going to be able to zoom out further than if your ship didn't. So ships will show up as blips on that, or on an actual item. Someone asked something about the hex versus the line.
Mm-hmm.
So when you click to go, the hex is you go to that position. When you click on your ship and drag out, it's telling it to go in that direction until it can't anymore.
Alright, there was a request. Somebody wanted me to slipstream through the belt. Where is that?
Go for it.
Where'd I miss it? Actually, might have a little bug. Let me restart one more time. Una más.
So right now you're seeing Bitcoin launch the game straight from an executable. We actually have a launcher made and designed. It'll be an auto-updating launcher. You'll have to log in with credentials that you could sign up through, or if you've already signed up on the CSE website, it'll be the same credential. It will build and then launch the client directly with that. So just a little info for to know for the future build. Nice thing about the launcher setup that we have, we'll be able to push out updates really quick and easy, and piecemeal updates instead of having to download and unpack a whole new file. Ooh, you're going fast. I think you might be going faster than the renderer can print in the new asteroids.
We are being followed.
Nice.
Shall I dispatch the welcome?
So what happens when you enter an area? Basically, your ship, well, from a technical perspective, we look at everything within visual range of you, which is approximately 10,000 galactic units. And then the system tries to do a dynamic load. So if you notice, we had no loading screens when you launched the game. We've
Right.
gone loading screen less, other than the first time you go from the login screen into the game. Everything is stream loaded at runtime. Even transitioning between systems is stream loaded at runtime. So you will get issues where sometimes if you're moving extremely fast, objects are popping in as you're passing them. Those are things we'll work out as we get through the device.
There's a question in chat about if there's no collision in game, what's the difficulty about navigating through dense asteroids? You can just fly through them.
Your ship will actually slow down. So right now we're flying through asteroids, but in the actual build and the final builds, when you're slipstreaming through an asteroid belt of this density, your ship slows down and tries to evade through it. We had this in actually our pre-alpha build. People who tried to slipstream through objects, the ship would auto-navigate around. Right now, you kind of just go right through. So the idea of having a smaller ship like a Reaper, since it has a smaller area that could potentially collide, it's able to fly through a belt at much greater speed.
Oh, this is awesome.
It's a good view. You should save that clip.
Hey, Chris, do me a favor and clip that. Oh, I can go back and clip it too. I could do this all day. Just run laps and sprint.
There's a lot more to see, but we're going to limit you guys for this time just to this belt. We want to have something you guys explore yourselves.
Nope. Too fast. Nice.
What's the scale of galactic units? Is it related to AUs? No, it isn't. So scale is a tricky part in this game because nothing is at the solar system level true scale. Planets, as you see, he's flying to a station right now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool.
Are we good? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and go to that station. It's one of our dev stations, but planets aren't to scale. Stations are closer to scale. So it's really hard to quantify a galactic unit to something like meters. But 55, actually, I could do an AU because we do have this measurement. 55,400 galactic units is approximately 1 AU. Because that's the distance from the sun and Sol to Earth is 55,000.
I might have hit a boundary.
Yeah, you're hitting the planet boundary. It's a little oversized, so your ship's just going to stall out there. Just head back towards the belt.
Coming back.
Yes. We have UI for that, but it's not in a real polished state, and I disabled it on Bitcoin's build, so you can't accidentally open it up. But we do have a solar system map that could show you locations of friendly ships, and you could target them, and you could set navigate to. You could actually set navigate to almost any point, or even type in the coordinates manually.
What happens if you hit the sun?
That's a
pretty far.
good question. Yeah. You could try. Right now, you'll go right through it, but in the actual game, we're going to drop you out of Slipstream as you approach stellar objects, large ones, and eventually, if you're still trying to approach them, your ship's with an auto trainer.
That's funny.
Okay, how did GUs come into existence? Well, that's a great question. So GUs, so the battle we've been dealing with CSEs, we always wanted it to be a little bit more active, more fun. Most space games, distances are so vast, even battles on things like Eve, you almost never see the ship you're battling. It's always out of view. You see a reticle, you're firing at it, you might see it on the preview window as you're shooting at it. We never wanted CSE to be like that. We wanted CSE to be a little bit more close quarters. You know, you're always able to see and target your enemy. You can see dogfighting when you're close in and fighting, just like Bitcoin is to me right now. This is kind of the area most combat we envision having, or at least at a zoomed out state. The max zoomed out state is where we want all combat to happen. So originally, we tried to just show things in meters, kilometers, and units that we actually liked or are familiar with, but nothing made sense. When your ship was moving 50 kilometers per hour, it didn't really seem like it was moving 50 kilometers per hour. Or if it was moving 2.4 billion meters per second, it didn't really seem like it was moving that because our scale is completely off. So we came up with galactic units as a better way of showing visually how fast you're going. Like the Reaper Interceptor will go about 500 microgalactic units a second, and it seems reasonable because you don't naturally have an idea of how far a galactic unit is. It lets us define the scale of the world to the user without breaking that wall of realism. No, 1 AU equals 55 galactic units. 55,400 galactic units.
Let me think of any questions I have. Obviously, I'll be able to attack later on, right? I can auto target. I'd like to battle with you guys in the future. That'd be cool.
That'll be a core feature of the game, so you will be able to attack.
Mine some Trilite right now, they said? Oh,
if you can find some, there is some in this belt, but I actually don't know where it's at. The
let's go
best
look around.
experience. Yeah. I think I gave your ship a pulse scanner. Should be right next to your shields.
This one right here.
Yeah. Nice.
So then we have this scanner readout here. Wow.
I think that's titanium.
So we can see slight variations. Like it's green, but some have a different tint.
I think some of these asteroids also have some leucine, so that might be what's causing the variation. It could also be the quality of your scanner. If you don't have a 100% quality scanner, which I don't think these are, you will get variations in your reading.
Select.
Yes, you will have modules as well. There will be some base modules anyone's going to be able to utilize just from any station. And we're actually trying to shoot to have the module system. One of the things we're kind of pressing on in this build for you guys is to actually start to get the module economy up and running. Right now on our roadmap, we're shooting for January-ish. For the module roadmap, being able to sell you guys modules, you guys being able to find and trade modules. But we're trying to see if we can get into at least parts of it into the December.
Now we're missing some PvP. Juggernaut wants us to go find the Trilite. Delexus VP3, always get your Trilite from an accredited dealer. Nice. Vaughn's asking.
Okay. Oh yeah, so 0.5, we're primarily building it for Windows, but we will build a Mac version as well. We just don't know if the Mac version will be completely optimized. For 0.6, 0.7, and beyond, we're going to make sure we have our Mac version optimized as well. Thanks for the shout out. I'm glad you guys like the way the game's looking.
That looks awesome.
You know, like I was having a discussion with someone online. They were talking about this game, Beefy Maclove.
Yeah.
Look, there's Elite Dangerous out there. There's Star Citizen out there. We're not trying to be this epic, grand, first-person space sim experience. CSE is kind of what you do in between Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous. It's more tactical. It's more about building that economy, really letting the users own that marketplace. You know, it's more about the marketplace first. It's creating those assets, trading those assets, finding the rare ones, discovery and combat, making it a lot more rewarding for users. Just a comment I want to make is someone asked me, like, would you play Star Citizen? Would you play Elite Dangerous? I play them both, and I love those games, and they scratch a different type of itch. But CSE, this is something like I'd have on my screen while I'm working. I'm going to have on iPad and iPhone eventually. When we get to optimizing those builds. We've shown before versions working of those. That's still on our roadmap, but we're going to focus on getting this PC build, Mac build up first, getting them on Steam, potentially also getting them onto the Discord store, and from there we'll start expanding out.
So Maximilian says the jump from the pre-alpha and this is pretty significant.
Oh, thank you. Lots of man hours in that. Team's been cranking at it, and hope you guys really enjoy the level of customization the module system will. It won't be in this 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. You're going to be able to do a lot of stuff to your ship.
There's a question from Vector that I was going to ask as well, and I noticed that the lasers, the mining lasers, would do like an interval, or was that dependent on my zoom levels? So I think I made it look okay.
They do an interval. So each laser will have an interval value, and then they'll have a DPS amount. So for mining lasers, their DPS is basically the quantity of ore they could get out. The one Bitcoin's using right now has an interval of, I think, 7 seconds or 10 seconds with a DPS of 2. So every second it'll get about 2 tons of ore out of the asteroid.
So we'll just leave it there. I'm just demonstrating it right now.
Go for it.
And then it'll just do it on its
I always love how that mining laser came out. The distortion effect right next to your ship's a pretty nice one.
over here. Oh yeah.
Zoom in on that a little. Okay, it was one of my favorite features here from the heat from the laser. At some point we'll have actual module points, but we'll get there.
That's good. Cool. Keep the questions coming. Yeah, Shield's OP.
Oh, ore pop-outs will come back. We just don't have it in this build, so you'll be able to see exactly what you got in the UI. So you won't need to just keep opening up your cargo bay.
Let me just attack this ship. This rock.
Right now, most stellar objects won't be in motion. It's a mix of, providing a smooth experience to players, plus being able to manage them. Usually they'll have static positions and might have some limited local animations, but nothing more. Yes, you could shoot at the rock for. I think they have a ton of hit points. Though I will say, you won't be able to destroy rocks, at least not initially in CSE multiplayer. We learned from pre-alpha that there's definitely characters out there who will clear out. You know who I'm talking about.
Anybody want to own up to that in chat? Cool. This is good stuff, man. Space Unicorn, Nelv Zero. Any thoughts on something like small asteroids in motion, shoot by, and then hitting your ship if you're unlucky? Ouch.
That was the question I just answered.
Okay. Just keep flying around. Are you still in game?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, there you are. Let's follow you.
Uh-oh. Chasing me down. Well, any other questions? Or I think we can call the stream. There's plenty of content.
Cool, yeah.
Lots to show. Gotta get back to work here, too.
Oh, for sure. We'll clip it and we'll start sharing this content out. So I think that's all
Yeah,
for today. Do you want
Yeah, we're definitely getting to a point, guys. Especially once we have this build ready for you, we're going to have more consistent builds that more of our devs and more staff are going to be able to use to start expecting a lot more clips and a lot more, seeing more of the incremental improvements.
Sweet. Again, I want to say thank you for letting me play and giving us this opportunity to show all of our commanders out there what we're working on, and I look forward to the next one. And so with that said, I think we're going to move over to the giveaway scene, and I'll talk to you later, Father.
Sounds good.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Cool. Hope you guys like that. Send some Bitcoin over. What's up, Solidity F? Thank you for showing the game. No problem, guys. No problem. This is their idea. They wanted you guys to be able to see what all their hard work's been about. You know, I've been hanging out with you guys in the Discords, and we've been doing our mini games, and we've been chatting. But you know, this is what we all really wanted to see and get our hands on eventually. So I'm looking, you know, very excited about Alpha 0.5, and we'll leave that at that. Let's bring the music back on. So we are going to move over. So with that said, how can we become game testers? No, don't give it away. Sneak preview. All right, so what you just saw right now was our spin to win. But first we got to find out who won first, then they can spin to win. So let me hop over. We are going to close. If you haven't done so yet, !join is going to get you in this drawing. I'm about to close the entries in just a second. !join if you haven't already. %5 chance, guys. No chance. Get in there. One Unity is in now. 5% chance. I'm gonna close it in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. The entries are closed, so you're saying there's a chance. Can't we all just get it? You know, well, as time goes by, we might be able to add prizes. On this specific stream, we're going to be giving away one of 3 prizes. And you can see them on screen right now floating. So we're going to leave it up to luck on which prize gets selected for this winner. And the winner is Transcendent Penguin. Transcendent Penguin. We have the Reaper Destroyer, we have the Vulcan Nomad, and we have the Phoenix Breeze. All 3 are going to be the MP versions. Transcendent Penguin, you are the winner. Congratulations, man. Or woman. So what we have to do next, let's see. Let's find out which one you won. Let's see. There is a chance you don't get any. Oh, okay. First try. Nice. Phoenix Breeze is coming your way. Transcendent Penguin. I wonder what the third person will get when they spin. No, the prizes were 1 of 3. The smallest Transcendent Penguin, you get 1 Phoenix Breeze. Let me see if I can do something. Hold on. Let's see if we can pick another winner, yeah? Let's do another winner. Oh, so Transcendent, go ahead. Jess from LS is gonna I love that name. Jess from LS is gonna hit you up right now in DM. She's gonna get your ETH address. She's gonna send over that Phoenix Breeze. And we're gonna do another one. We're going to pick another winner. Same entries. And that second winner is Aristo Babes. Aristo Bobs. Aristo Babers. Congratulations. And this spin is going to be for Aristo. Babes or Bobs? I know, that's a good question. Aristo, let us know which one it is, man. Alright, let's... Oh, snap! Let's spin it. Bobs. Oh! Oh! Oh, no! No, we'll spin again. We'll spin. Womp womp. No, we're doing this again. Spin 2. Spin 2. Nomad. 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 Nice. Nice, nice. Aristo with the Nomad. Let's go. Sweet. Thai iced tea. Ouch. Cool, cool. Alright, guys. I hope you guys had fun today. I'll just leave it off on this. Let me know if you have any last minute questions. We're going to be ending the stream right now. Oh, we're not being right back. We're actually ending the stream right now. Sweet. Aristo DM Jess from LS. Leave any comments, any feedback, any suggestions for the streams. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. We'll always be making edits and trying to make the stream better for you guys. You know, we're always up on Discord too. You can just leave the comments there as well. And on that note, have a good night. You can leave mine? Okay, cool. Have a good night, guys. See you later. Oh, you know what? We'll end it with the that one sheet video again because it was super hype. And then we'll close it out. See you guys later.